Mushin lost 1-4 to Lagos Island East. We had Surulere Sports City beating Lagos Mainland by 2-0. And then we had Oriade 1, Lagos Island Eko-Akete 3 as well. And then we had other results, Motion Okunola 2-1 over Oshodi Solo. We have Itire Ikate, I hope I didn't kill this name, 1-1 with Imota. And then we had Apapa Golden Stars 1-0 over Etiosha East. And then we have Odi Olowo 2-0, 2-5 loss to Ifako Ijaye. These are results from the Lagos Junior League competition. For those who have just left primary school or are still in, I beg your pardon, who have just left secondary school or are still in secondary school, to ensuring that these talents are not idle and they have something to do. This weekend, week 2 will take center stage. We are going to be having Etiosha East. They'll be taking on Apapa Igomu. That's one of the games to be played this weekend. And we'll be having Apapa Golden Stars against Mushin, Imota against Onigbongbo. Lagos Island East will be taking on Motion Okunola. Lagos Island Eko-Akete will be taking on Surulere. Some of the fixtures on your screen. Oshodi Solo will be taking on Itire Ikate. Lagos Island will be taking on Ajeromi Ifelodun. Koshofe will be taking on Oriade. Ojo will be taking on Odi Olowo. And then Agege Giants will be taking on Ifako Ijaye. So if you love grassroots football and you want to see kids just below 17 or those who have just left secondary school play the round leather game, find your way to some of the venues where these Lagos Junior League games are being played. All right, that's for football. Let's go quickly and do what we've been doing since the beginning of the week. Talk about the Lagos Classic, the chess competition currently going on at the Molade Okoya Thomas Sports Hall of the Teslim Balogun Stadium, and tell you that it's looking very good for Nigeria because after 4 days of action, Nigeria and Egypt are tied in their rating and in their dominance of the Lagos International Chess Classic. After 7 rounds of matches, Nigeria's trio of Omoifo Osemekia, Ochuko Onuevge, and Emmanuel Maduaguna are tied with Egypt's duo of Abdurrahman Esham and Mohamed Ezzat, of course, in the bid to share the star prize at stake. The 5 players are all tied with 6 points each. The Grandmaster Serbia's Dejan Antic and Uganda's international master Elijah Emojong, who are topping after 6 rounds of games, lost their last games to settle for 5.5. And you can see Antic is feeling the heat. Nigeria is a different place altogether. Whether you're a grandmaster or not, when you come here, you taste defeat. That's what the Lagos guys are telling him. Over 145 players, including 40 students and under 14 pupils from Kogi and Lagos, are taking part in this 4-day tournament that will be ending tomorrow with a lecture by Antic, the grandmaster, who will talk to kids, talk to those who are interested in chess, and tell them a few things, give them a few tricks around chess and how they can go on and become grandmasters like himself. So it's been a wonderful time with chess at the Lagos International Chess Classic. All right, let's come back home now. And I have joining me on Sports Tonight a respected voice, particularly when you talk about women's football, Harry Awurumibe. He's been here before, he's firebrand, he's here again, and Harry will be talking women's football with me, and he will also be talking about Heartland of Owerri. Harry, I know your heart is bleeding for Heartland.
Sure.
Why is your heart bleeding?
Because
Heartland,
in life,
breaking people's hearts.
In life, you know, unexpected, you should expect it.
Expect the unexpected.
Sure. And it's looking like Heartland may not survive it this time around, except this weekend will determine their fate.
Whether they will survive,
whether
or
they will
go
survive
down.
it or they will go down. And that will be the first time 2 of the Nigerian teams
that have never gone down,
Rangers International of
and
Enugu
Heartland of
and
Owerri.
Heartland of Owerri. And invariably, both teams were founded by one man, and that's Dan Anyam, the man whom the stadium at Owerri
is named after.
So it's a case of, I don't know how to put it, but then those of us that grew up in the East, in Imo State in particular, this team has metamorphosed from the Spartans. That's the first name. And those and those of us that read the history of West Africa, and those of us that are, students of history, know also the meaning of Spartans in old Carthaginian, that is in present day Greece. The Carthaginians are very, very war strengthened people that war tested, and the Spartan can never be defeated or die in a battlefield.
Maybe we should change the name of that land back to Spartans.
I think so.
So that those good days will return. But at the bottom of all of this is government funding of clubs. Clearly, that is not the future. Because government, what the Imo State government is saying is that the funds that they have, they want to use in putting infrastructure together, putting roads together, putting hospitals together, and there is little or nothing left to take care of that land of Owerri.
But that is I don't know. I'm short of words, but I cannot take it as somebody from that part of the state and somebody that had been part of government. Governments have come and gone, from the military, from the civilian to the military, and now to civilian. And they've all funded this team, whatever name is called, from Spartans to Iwanyanwo National, when the military came and gave the same thing the present government is saying in Imo State now. But an indigene, yes, an indigene of that state said, I won't be alive and see this team go under. And he decided to fund it. And that's when that team was named the Nazi Millionaires. And subsequent civilian governments since 1999 have come and have played their part, especially the last government under Dr. Ikedio Hakim that took this team to two...
Almost winning the CAF Champions League.
Almost. But for the own goal of Heartland out there in Lumumbashi, we would have come back with that trophy. And the next year, that team played up to the group stage, although they did not proceed, beyond the semi-finals. But then, over 2.5 years, this team that the present government inherited, when this team, over the years, it couldn't win any even domestic trophies. But within 2 years, this team had won 5 trophies. They've won 2 Challenge Cup trophies. They've won 2 Champion of Champions. They've won 1 Invitational in Kano. And what else? Super 4. And what else can a team, be seen to have done? They've performed. The players have performed, even under very difficult conditions. So if somebody tells me that is using the money to put infrastructure, to put this is what makes the people of Imo State
happy. Them together, sports.
Because whether you belong to one political party or the other, every Sunday, and you know that they work Monday to Saturday. On Sunday, they go to church, come back from church, they go to Dananyam Stadium to go and watch
football. Is a religion in Owerri.
Yes, and that's why this team plays their matches on Sundays. And you see, 2 years ago, this team, yours sincerely, happened to be part of the new administration of Heartland then. And we had a program how to take this team out of what the predicament they found themselves now. By this time, this team would have been self-funding, because we had, things in pipeline to bring sponsors from across the world. The
club will run itself. The club will sustain itself.
It will sustain itself. But unfortunately, that government, weren't in power, and the new government that came, this team won trophies. And the chief executive, they danced around Imo State with the trophies won by this team. Yet this team cannot
is suffering the way they are
suffering. The way they are suffering.
Ali, that's
not all good.
Let's quickly talk about women's football before we bring in Dumnodio Konta with a preview of games to be played this weekend. In case you've forgotten, the Globe Premier League, we are going to be playing week 36 games this weekend. Just hold on for us. Dumnodio will be joining us in the next couple of minutes, and we will be